Subscribe to the channel for more tales like these. Aitah for having second thoughts about marrying my fiancé after I learned about what she did 10 years ago. My fiancé and I got engaged last month, and we've been in a relationship for 4 years. I was very excited about marrying her and having her as a life partner until I learned something recently which is making me have second thoughts. To provide some more context, my fiancé always seemed a bit nervous around my sister. I asked my fiancé about it, and she just said they were old high school friends. When I asked my sister, she too said the same thing, but she was always a bit cold to my fiancé. This carried on the entire time we were dating, and my sister was always somewhat cold to my fiancé. When I told her I proposed and was engaged, she congratulated me, but she didn't seem too excited or thrilled for me, which surprised me because we are always each other's biggest supporters and well-wishers. But I did not make too much of it, and was really excited that I was engaged and was going to marry the love of my life. However, last week, my sister called me for a serious chat. She said she always wanted to get it off her chest, but that she didn't want to interfere in my relationship, but that she felt I had the right to know before marrying my fiancé. She told me she was distant friends with my fiancé in high school, but that friendship was broken after her boyfriend had cheated on her with my fiancé. She said my fiancé knew about their relationship, but she still chose to hook up with her boyfriend. I was a bit shocked, because I remember consoling my sister for a few months after her boyfriend cheated on her. I just didn't know that the person he had cheated on with was my fiancé. The next day, I asked my fiancé about it, and she fully admitted to it, but she was also in tears. She said that was a horrible mistake she made in high school, and she felt guilty about it, and that she is a completely changed woman, and that experience taught her so much. While I do believe my fiancé that she is a changed woman, and that she is not the type to cheat, I am just having second thoughts about everything. I still remember the hurt my sister felt in high school, and to now know that my fiancé was responsible for the hurt, it makes me look at her in a different light. Aitah for having second thoughts about marrying my fiancé. Subscribe. Top comments. First. I do agree in a way, but at the same time once a lot of time has gone by she may not even know if his sister even cares anymore and if she'd want to reopen that wound. Yes, she still should have anyways, but there's plenty of things all of us have done in the past that we never said sorry about, that it would be weird to out of the blue today just message someone you haven't seen in years and be like, hey, you know that thing you may or may not remember from a decade ago? Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Doesn't mean she didn't feel bad about it and change as a person. Now though that she knows the sister is still upset about it and is in a relationship with the brother, if she genuinely feels bad about it and wants to apologize, I don't think that is so bad. It's really about whether it's genuine or not. If she really does feel bad and wants to apologize, then I don't think it's so bad. If anyone is gonna call her out, then you need to call yourself out too for not apologizing to everyone you did anything to in the past as well. Second. People are complex. We can't, as outsiders, make judgments about why people did things. A person can regret their actions, feel sorry, and still stay silent out of fear. A person can stay silent out of hope that they don't need to apologize, going that they are already forgiven, even if that seems illogical. It can be out of hope that they are forgiven, based on fear that they are not. Or they can be unrepentant of their actions and going to not be caught. Tears she shed may or may not be genuine. To be clear, any tears we cry, may or may not be genuine in any situation. Let's not be too quick to judge. The question a person should be asking is whether you still love this person or not. If you have doubts, then it might be best to not proceed. But only you can decide whether this person is the one you should be with. Third. I would also add to that list, apologizing to make themselves feel better, not you. So many times, that is what the apology is really about, they just want to be able to go on with their lives feeling like a better person. That's part of why I dislike that step in AA, where you're supposed to go around and apologize to everyone you hurt with your addiction. The underlying reason for the apology usually has more to do with their journey to sobriety and healing, so they can move to the next step, than their remorse, although I'm sure there is true remorse in there too. Maybe that's not what the spirit of the step is supposed to be, but it's what the reality of it is. Fourth. This post has the same feel of a prior post about, should I break up with my male fiancé for what he did in high school 10 years ago? Different story, but the structure and framework are the same, even the paragraph and post lengths are the same. I wonder if someone posted 2 stories but flipped the male and female fiancé to see how people would react as a thought experiment. Fifth. I don't like the way OP says it at the end about his fiancé being responsible for the hurt. Sure, she is partly to blame, but the real AH is the boyfriend. Let's not lose sight of the fact that 1, the only one with a promise of loyalty to the sister was her boyfriend, and 2, they were children when this happened. The sister should have brought this up if it bothered her long before now. It's not great to keep secrets from your partner, but when the sister didn't say anything, the fiancé may have taken that as a sign it was squashed. In my opinion, this is a nah except the cheating ex-boyfriend. It's time to act like adults and sit down to communicate about it all three together. Address it and get married, because anything else is an overreaction. Edit, I'm truly baffled by the comments on my post. I find it concerning, but we are on Reddit, the amount of people that are twisting my words to fit their own narrative. Explain to me how the fiancé is being an AH? She immediately apologized, took responsibility for her past behavior, agreed that it was wrong and stated she has learned and grown from it. Are we all doomed to be defined by the decisions we made as teenagers? And frankly, it's this kind of black and white thinking that demonizes and divides people. I never said she was blameless. And I stand by my point that ending a 4-year relationship in these circumstances is an overreaction. 6th. IMO, everyone does stupid things in high school. 10 years is a long time, and really, it's not like the relationship would have lasted forever. The true villain in that story is the ex-BF, let's not get it twisted. She probably should have brought it up but likely assumed it was something they were mutually never going to discuss. NTA for being alarmed, but I think if she can give your sister a good apology and sister can forgive her, this shouldn't taint your view of her. But if you're going to hold it against her forever, you should break up now. Subscribe.